Now, I don't often say that something has changed my life, but HelloFresh has truly changed my life. I was a terrible cook making the same old shit and totally addicted to takeaways, but then HelloFresh has changed all of that. It's like being taught to cook, eating out at a restaurant, and having a PA do all of your food shopping all rolled into one. It's inexpensive, easy, and tasty. For Beau and I, we get 3 meals a week, and it's about £23. So that's 3 meals each, so 6 total. There's absolutely no food waste, which I love, and we've never eaten so whole, so fresh, and so varied. The app is super easy to use. I pick the meals in advance and choose the day that they arrive. You can skip a week or cancel at any time, but truly, you're not going to want to. Click the link in my show notes for 60% off your first box and 35% off your next 3 boxes. What up, bitches? Welcome to Law of Attraction Changed My Life. I'm Francesca, your host who, God willing, as you listen to this, should be in sunny Tenerife. I've never been to Tenerife before in my life. Living it up on a hen party. I don't know what I'll be doing. Sipping a cocktail by the pool, getting a dick slap round my face. Who knows? If you want to find out, come and follow me on Instagram. I'm at Francesca Amber or at Law of Attraction Changed My Life. I'm sure I will be documenting it all on there. Look, it's a hen party. If somebody doesn't get a dick slap round their face, I'm going home, all right? Anyway, speaking of holidays, I went to Dubai maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember now, but I went to Dubai, and on the plane, I read pretty much all of Denise Duffield Thomas's book, Chillpreneur. And there was a little part in it that talked about reducing friction in your everyday life to increase your flow state so that you can get the really important work done, whatever that may be, the most important things you need to do to achieve your long-term goals, the things that you need to prioritize, the stuff that is of your highest good, basically. And why is this so important? Why do I talk so much about biohacking and productivity and habit forming and all of these things that don't immediately seem to have a real direct connection to the law of attraction? Well, because most of you are women listening to this, and women have more to do than ever before. That's actually not true. Let's be real. That's actually not true. I mean, back in the day, we had to wash our clothes on what was it called? A mangle? I feel like a mangle was something that we learned a lot about, which was quite unnecessary actually when you think about it. But yeah, I think we used mangles quite a lot. You had to hand wash all the clothes. Something that gets me is I think, God, imagine when people used to have to use terry toweling nappies and imagine having to hand wash those. Fuck that. Fuck that. Seriously. So in one way, we don't have more to do than ever before. But I feel like as women, a lot is put upon us. We have a lot of expectations. We're trying to achieve more than ever. And quite often, we put ourselves and our goals last. We look after everybody else first. We want to make sure that our house is looking nice when people come round. We want to make sure that all of the clothes are clean and that everything's put away and that our children are eating healthy meals and all that other bullshit. Well, it's not bullshit. It needs to happen, let's be honest. But we often put ourselves last. And I'd say that is the complaint, not the complaint, but the comment I get most from people listening to this that have been like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's changing my life. And then you hear from them a couple of months later and they're like, oh, I really fell off the wagon. I just haven't really found the time. And the reality is you have to find the time and the space and the energy. And that's the thing. It's not just the time. Sometimes we have time, but we don't have the space and the energy. So it's finding the time, the space, and the energy to really dedicate to self-development, towards setting goals, but also working towards those goals and achieving them. Anything that we can do to help that gives more time and space to creating the life of your dreams, I'm fucking here for. So I love this idea of reducing friction in your everyday life so that you can achieve what really matters. And we see this in showbiz and even the tech world quite a lot. I mean, famously, Simon Cowell and Steve Jobs are among some of the many people who wore pretty much the same uniform every day. You know, Steve Jobs wore that black roll neck. I mean, what a thing to fucking choose. If you're like, right, I'm going to have one signature look. What's it going to be? a camp black roll neck. Cool, you do you. But also Simon Cowell, with his little black or white V-neck t-shirt, his old man jeans and his little Ultra Boost heels, that is his go-to uniform. Now, that's a really conscious decision to take away an important decision every morning. They do not have to waste their bandwidth, their energy, or their time on figuring out what to wear. And also, very successful performers have requests that their experience is the same regardless of where they perform. So you'll often hear of people being proper divas because they have a rider. It's like, I need to have these flowers, or I need to have this particular water. I need to eat this food before I perform. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to have this many phone chargers, whatever it may be. But actually, they're not really being divas. They are highly, highly effective, highly successful people that understand the exact combination of things that work for them to be at their best. And they simply request that it's there because it works and it reduces the friction. So the idea of reducing friction in your life could look a number of different ways, and we can apply this to our home life, because let's be honest, if we are women listening to this, mostly, your home life will have, unfortunately, a big impact on your business. Now, you don't really hear men saying, God, I really had to finish the spreadsheets or, see the client today. But you know what? I just had to get 2 loads of laundry done first, or put away all the toys, or take Deirdre to soft play. You don't hear that shit. Okay, you don't hear it. But as women, we generally have that stuff fall to us, fairly or unfairly, it falls to us. And so you might find that you use a lot of this reducing friction just in your home life. I, to be honest, use it more in my home life than I do in my work life, I would say. But I'm going to give you a couple of examples of how I have been applying it in my life. So I'll start with the really big ones, and some of these cross over a little bit with the whole 4D thing, which is do it, delegate it, ditch it, or defer it. And I did a lot of delegating when I was kind of going through that phase, and I still try to delegate as many things as I can. But I'd say one of the biggest things that reduces friction in my life is I now have a cleaner twice a week. And that may sound very decadent, but it is truly essential to my goddamn life, okay? I've got 3 children fucking up my gaff all day long. It's all they do. They fuck up my gaff all day long. So she comes twice a week and she puts away all my laundry. I have not put laundry away for several months now, and it's been life-changing. So if the house starts to look a little bit messy or things are getting a little bit out of control, it's usually no more than a couple of days till she comes. So if I have important work to do, I know that I can afford to leave it because she's going to be coming and taking care of it for me. And that's incredible. Another one that I've talked about quite a lot is HelloFresh. Having that just being delivered every single Friday, having 3 meals that I have had food measured out and prepared for and all neatly packaged in my fridge, and it's there for whenever we need it. That has been truly life-changing in reducing the friction of thinking, oh God, I don't know what to have for dinner. What should we have for dinner? Okay, now I need to make a list. I need to shop for it. I need to physically go to the shop. All that fucking bullshit. That's hours of energy and time. And do you know what? I still do a food shop, but I now do it online. I can't remember the last time I stepped inside a big supermarket. Your girl ain't got time for it no more. I ain't got time for it. I must admit, in lockdown, I used to do it just because it was something to do. But now we ain't got time. We move. Also, another big thing I have done is that I plan my week on a Sunday. I find that a lot of friction in my day is simply caused by indecision. I'm the most indecisive person you'll ever fucking meet. It is very irritating. And having things planned out in advance, both repetitive things, so, usually at the beginning of each term or half term, I will go through and sign up to certain baby classes, and I will have Bohemia in certain classes, and I'll know, right, this is what the base of our week looks like. And so each new Sunday, I don't need to figure all that shit out again. It's just done. It usually lasts about 2 months, and then I'm like, okay, I need to have a little refresh. And then on a Sunday, I'll also go through and add in any sort of one-off things, a dentist's appointment, a beauty appointment, a play date, whatever it might be. And just having that all planned out in advance takes away all of that indecision and friction. Of course, you can change it at any point. It doesn't take away spontaneity. If someone phones me up and says, do you want to have a fucking all day bottomless brunch? And I'm like, hang on, I'm completely free. I've got no children. Of course, I will go. But it just means that you're never stuck thinking, oh my God, what do we do today? It's all planned out. Now, for some smaller things that you might be like, Fran, come on, you can't tell me this is life changing, but it truly, truly has been. So, for smaller things, one of them was that I got magnetic locks on all of my kitchen cupboard doors. Now, Angel First Child Bohemia never needed this, but these twins got out every single item in my kitchen cupboards every goddamn day. And I found it really stressful because I've got plates that they could break and, you know, it was just fucking horrible. And you know what, making this one-time purchase and this little investment in time to go on Amazon and look and see which was the best ones and have them fitted because I'm a fucking dumbass and I couldn't do it, that literally solved the problem. So in the morning, the babies have a little cup of Cheerios each. My twin mum friend gave me this little tip. She said it gives you an extra 10 minutes in bed, and I'm very fucking thankful for it. But now they come to expect it. They love their morning Cheerios. But what was happening was they were ending up all over the fucking floor. They were ending up everywhere. I'm talking everywhere. And can I tell you how frustrating it is to have a cleaner twice a week and still have your house looking like a sploshing pit most fucking days? Very, very depressing. And so it was really getting me down. It was using a lot of my energy. And of course, the important thing about this was it was at the beginning of the day. So I was starting every day thinking, oh, my house looks like a fucking mess and I haven't even gone downstairs yet. And so I just spent, again, a little bit of time looking on Amazon. I'm not saying you should use Amazon. They are the devil, but your girl's lazy. That's what I used. And I got these little snack pots called Munchkin, and they have these little plastic flaps at the top and they're fucking life-changing. I do not have Cheerios all over my floor anymore. Sounds like a really small thing. Sounds like a really small thing, but it has changed our lives because it's something that affects us every single day. The next thing I did, this may sound a bit dramatic, but quite a while ago, I got rid of pretty much all of the toys that had little bits to them. So all of these fucking things that have all little bits of a puzzle, sorry, they went to the charity shop. Good luck in your new life. Fuck up someone else's house, because that shit, once it's played with once, the bits never go back together. The children never actually play with it how it's supposed to be, and they just end up in the bottom of the toy box. So anything that I kept, I bagged up in a little clear bag, like those vegetable Hessian sack things you get from the supermarket. Top tip, actually. Those bags are so useful for so many things. And I kept them up out of reach, and we can play with them one at a time. But other than that, they've all gone, because otherwise I was just finding little bits of toys all over my house and it was giving me anxiety. The next thing I did was I got extra cups for the babies. So they use like these 360 cups. Bo uses these bottles. And do you know what? It was always causing an issue of like, oh, why are there no cups? Oh, they're all upstairs, or they've got milk in, or they're in the dishwasher or whatever. So I just bought a fuckload more of these cups so that I'm not worrying about if it's been through a dishwasher or it's not clean or it's upstairs, wherever. It's just fucking there. Another one, which I think I mentioned in a previous episode ages ago, it literally changed my life, and it was only when I had one child, but I got this little, it used to be a beauty box and it's now a beauty bag. And it's basically a little bag that has all of the girls' cosmetic stuff in it. So toothbrushes, toothpaste, moisturiser, hair stuff, hairbrush, hairbands, nappy cream, anything that is like a product is in there. Now, before I had this, I used to be like, right, come on, Bo, up we go to bed, get her all the way upstairs. And then I'd be like, where's your toothbrush? Oh, it's downstairs. We brushed my teeth downstairs this morning. For fuck's sake. And then you've got to go back downstairs. She doesn't want to be up there on her own, so she's got to come down with you. It's a fucking shit show. Look at how much friction that's causing in my goddamn life. The introduction of the beauty bag means that everything is kept together, and it's either upstairs or downstairs. And then it's not like, where's my toothbrush? Where's the hair cream? Where's the comb? Where's the moisturiser? It's all in one fucking place, bitches. It's all in one place. On that theme, I also moved all of my skincare and my toothbrush into a kitchen cupboard. What I realised was at night, more when the babies were younger, but to be honest, it still works now, is I would be downstairs watching TV, working, whatever I'm doing, and then go up to bed about midnight. And then I'd be scared to brush my teeth with my loud electric toothbrush because I didn't want it to wake all the children up. And so again, that was causing friction. Should I go downstairs, brush my teeth downstairs? Oh, I'm really tired. I'm up here now. Fuck it. So I just moved everything downstairs, and it's made it so much easier to be able to have a proper skincare routine and brushing my teeth, because especially now I've got fucking aligners in. I have to brush my teeth 500 times a day. Sometimes it could be something to do with scheduling. Is there something in your schedule that happens every week that really isn't working for you? I had a particular day when the cleaner would come at a certain time, and it just fucked up my day a little bit. It meant that I had to kind of keep out the way, and that I had to wake the babies up earlier from their nap than I would have ideally liked to. And you know what I did in the end? And actually, this was a subject of our Patreon book club just the other day, was don't be afraid to ask for what you want. If something isn't what you want, or if something is not working for you, never be afraid to just ask. And so after several weeks of suffering this, I just messaged her and said, hey, do you mind coming 2 hours later? And she was like, or maybe it's 2 hours earlier, I don't remember. But she's like, no dramas, absolutely fine. See you at 2:00. And it literally made my Mondays so much easier. It meant the girls could nap their proper time. It meant we didn't have to keep out of her way. It was life-changing on a goddamn Monday. So I realise I've just given you loads of examples of how it's worked in my home life and not really of any of how it's worked for my job. But my job is pretty random, so I don't know if that would really help you out. But for you, this is what it could look like for you. So it could be, a great one is like having phone chargers in every room. Are you the kind of person that you and your partner argue about who's moved the fucking phone charger? That's not your phone charger, it's mine. Isn't it funny? You can be married and share a house and children, but you have like your own phone charger. Like, this is my phone charger. If that's the case, you need to go online and you need to order yourself 6 phone chargers and just keep them plugged in every room. And you know what? That friction be gone. Could it be that every day you're having to carry like a makeup bag to work and it's weighing your bag down and it's causing you to have fucking sloping shoulder or whatever? Why don't you just go to the shops one time and duplicate your makeup bag and just keep it at work? Could it be that you're always running super late for prescriptions? I mean, I speak from experience. This is one, I'm going to take my own advice today. I'm going to listen to my own goddamn podcast and I'm going to implement this, because I have a monthly prescription. I have a monthly prescription for migraine medication. And if I don't have that medication in my house, if I have less than 2 tablets, I get anxious, because if I have a fucking migraine with no tablets, you don't want to know me. You don't want to know me that day. It's not fun. And so something I've been meaning to do for ages is, like, rather than always running late and then having to make sure you go to the fucking pharmacy, do one of those online repeat prescription services where they literally drop it to your door. You just do it online once and then every fucking month it comes to your door. How easy is that? How much time and energy would that take out of your life just to automate that? So that is a really great example of something you could do to reduce friction. But truly, our journeys are all going to be different with this. Our lives are all so different that I would really urge you to look at your typical day and see, what are the things that are giving me anxiety? What are the things that are stopping me from doing my highest work? What are the things that I literally, when I lay in bed at night, I just think, God, I wish there was a fucking way around this. Because quite often there are really simple solutions. There's simple solutions. And it might be something really big like outsourcing your cleaning, or it could be something as small as buying those little fucking munchkin pots that don't spill Cheerios all over the gaff. What is it for you? Look at your job, look at your home life, look at all these things and figure out what is it that is going to make it easier for you. Do you know what would be fun as well? If you implement this and you change just one thing today that reduces friction in your everyday life, do me a favour and tag me in your stories. I'm at Francesca Amber or at Law of Attraction Changed My Life. And wouldn't that be fun to see such a collection of all of your different ideas, because I'm sure you all have so many ideas that I have not even thought of. And I would love to see all of those. So please do tag me in them and I'll repost as many as I can. Do you know what? For the book club, we do that quite often. Like if we have a specific challenge or a task or something, I say to them, like, post it in the Facebook group, because quite often seeing other people's ideas and other people's results, it really helps you to like be like, actually, that would totally fucking work in my life. So let's all do each other a solid, and sharing is caring. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please rate, review and subscribe. It takes mere seconds, but it really helps me out. And your reviews are fucking second to none. Thank you so much for everyone who's left a review. If you've left one before, you can leave one again. There's no limits. There are no limits. So feel free to leave another one if you enjoy this pod, if you've got anything useful from it. Like I say, come and join me on Instagram. I'm at Francesca Amber. If you want to see me in Tenerife getting a dick slap round my face or me vomiting into a gutter, we don't know which one it's going to be yet. Come and follow me. And you can come and join my book club. If you enjoy this podcast and you would like more, I have a book club where every month we do a new self-development book. And in May, we are doing The Key to Living the Law of Attraction by Jack Canfield, which is one of my OG Law of Attraction books. I mean, I've had a copy of that, I would say, for at least 15 years. And it was one of my absolute favourites. I think my copy I last wrote in 2013, and it is wild to go back and see all of the things that I like wrote down on my goal list. I was very, very obsessed with weddings and yachts. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, if you want to come and do that book with us, we read one book a month. I do a podcast for every chapter, and some months, like this month, it's like a chapter every single day. It's like a little bite-sized podcast every morning. And then other books like this one, it's like 12 or 13 chapters. So it's a podcast every couple of days. And we have like challenges and exercises to do together. And it's just a bloody great community, to be honest with you. But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here with me again. And think of me in Tenerife living my best life. Imagine if now I get to the airport and they're like, sorry, your COVID vaccine's out of date or something. And I'll be like, fuck. But no, hopefully I'll be there. Think positively. And I will see you bitches next week. The law of attraction's changed my life. It's going to change yours too. Bye. Hey, do you love the pod and want to hear more? Do you sometimes wish it was more than once a week? Well, guess what? I actually record every 3 to 4 days, but over on my Law of Attraction Changed My Life book club. Think of me as a personal trainer for self-development books. So anyone can go and buy a book and leave it unread on their shelf for fucking years, just like you could also run around the park every morning at 7 a.m. But will you? I'm there to choose incredible and diverse books each month, coach you through each chapter and exercise, keep it entertaining, and bring you into an amazing community of book club bitches who will hold you accountable. So what are you waiting for? A new chapter every couple of days quickly becomes 12 books a year. Imagine how much knowledge you would have if you kept this up. Get ready to up-level your finances, your business, love life, family and friends, and most importantly, your mindset. Me and the book club bitches have been doing this for about a year now, and what I've learned has been invaluable. From learning how to excel in what you do best and delegate the rest from The Power of Focus by Jack Canfield, the habit forming techniques by Atomic Habits, to realizing that we have financial energetic set points, which has been an absolute fucking game changer. And we can change them at any time. Once you subscribe, you have full access to the entire back catalogue, so you can sign up at any time and do any book you like at your own pace. I recommend you buy the book, download the ebook or listen to it on Audible as I summarise each chapter, go through the exercises with you and share my strategies, experiences and ideas. Or you might want to read along in real time with me. We choose a new book each month and begin on the 1st. Simply sign up wherever you see the link. I have it in my Instagram bio and also in the show notes of this podcast. Download the Patreon app and you're good to go. With the click of a button in your profile settings, you can even enable private RSS feed, which is a fancy way of saying you can listen to these wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify, etc. We also have a private Facebook and WhatsApp group for members, so you're never alone in this journey and lifelong friendships have been made. Join today and your future self will thank you.